I got it, Chaos. You don't have to read all that. Alright. So, in all fighting games, there are a thing, it's called a wake up whenever you get knocked to the ground. I'm gonna knock TJ to the ground, he's waking up. You see? That's what a wake up is. Understand? It's waking up. Now there's two types of wake ups depending on the fighting game, but for Killer Instinct, there's a soft knockdown. You see how he can get up and take off the ground quickly? And there's a hard knockdown. You see how long he takes to get up? Takes a little longer to get up. Hard knockdowns mean that he's on the ground hard. He has to get up at a allotted time. It's a specific time. He cannot get up any quicker. You understand? He can't take up off the ground. Soft knockdown means he can either wait. So soft knockdown gives you two options on a wake up. If you tap buttons as soon as you hit the ground, you can take up off the ground. You can quickly rise up and wake up off the ground quicker as soon as you hit the ground from a soft knockdown. Or you could lay there and not tap anything and get up at the same time as a hard knockdown. You get what I'm saying? You get to decide which one you want to wake up against. It's preferred to have a hard knockdown over a soft one because you know exactly when your opponent's going to get up. Like, you know he's going to get up off the ground this long. It takes this long for him to get up. So that allows you to apply pressure on their wake up. You see what I'm saying? So pressure on someone's wake up would be an example like this. He's on the ground. So now I know he's going to get up off the ground. I do that because he's going to try to wake. If he tries to wake up of anything that isn't invincible, because in this game there are certain moves that are invincible on startup. Startup is essentially like the beginning of a move. It's called startup. And as you know, video games run at 60 frames a second, especially fighting games. So this move is a 5-frame move. Or rather 3 frames. It's 3 frames, right. It's 3 frames. During its first 2 frames, I think it's invincible the entire way. Or the first 3 active frames. Startup frames. It's invincible, yeah. So from 1, 2 to 3, he cannot be hit. If anyone tries to hit Jago, when he starts the move, they'll get hit instead of him. You understand? So, what does that mean for me? If my opponent throws me and goes to hit me, that's what's gonna happen. I could wake up DP. You see how he tried to punch me? And I reversaled. I woke up. That was a wake up, and DP means like uppercut. That's the uppercut. It's a short term for it. So watch. I'm gonna try waking up buttons. See, I tried to wake up. Wake up buttons is whenever opponent wakes up with something that's not invincible. Specifically, buttons being any of the face buttons. These are called buttons. Light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick. Sometimes people wake up with like this because it's the fastest button they have. It's very fast. 5 frames or 4 frames. So sometimes opponents, when they get scared off of being thrown or knocked down, and they see that their opponent is going for something on their wake up, like a button or an attack, like what TJ was doing earlier. Sometimes this works, but it's not guaranteed because if the opponent that knocked you down walks up to you and times his attack perfectly on your wake up, because let's just say wake ups take 7 frames for an opponent to get up off the ground. Let's just say that, okay? A second and a half or something like that, or a split, a half a second. If you know the timing well, you can do an attack on your opponent's wake up that will hit them as soon as they get up off the ground. Like the frame that they're on like standing on their feet and back in the fight, the button that they press will hit the opponent, will hit you. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to be careful when you wake up buttons because you can get hit out of that. And one thing about this game specifically, and a lot of games, is if you are hit out of waking up, if you are hit when you're trying to wake up buttons and you get hit out of it because your opponent timed their attack perfectly on your wake up, you receive extra damage and you also receive more hit stun. So hit stun allows the opponent to create a combo. This is hit stun. You see how TJ's reeling? He's in that animation like he just got hit in the head. That's hit stun. Now if they get hit with a counter hit, which is called, that's what we're gonna call that. That's what it's called, a counter hit. Okay. If you get hit out of a button because your opponent is timing their pressure perfectly, and you're mashing buttons on wake up, and you get hit, you got counter hit because your opponent is countering your offense with theirs. That causes you to receive more damage and more hit stun. You see how it says counter hit on the screen? See right there on the left side, counter hit? I forced the game to be in counter hit state. Essentially the game is saying that TJ is trying to hit, even though he's not hitting buttons in training mode. I force it. It says always. He's in a state where the game is going to register any attack I do to him to be as if he were pressing buttons in any situation, and I'm interrupting him. It's called a counter hit. You understand? Interrupting someone during one of their attacks is called a counter hit. So let's go back. He's gonna throw me. I'm gonna wake up buttons. I got counter hit. You saw on the right side I got counter hit. Let's watch again. Watch again. I'm waking up buttons, by the way. I'm waking up buttons. I got hit out of it because he timed it perfectly. Do you understand? I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, let me try again. I'm gonna wake up buttons again. Oh no, instead, better yet, I'm gonna wake up DP. See now, I know that he's timing his offense perfectly on my wake up, so waking up buttons is not gonna be a good idea, because I'm gonna get counter hit. So instead, I'm gonna risk doing the DP because it's invincible, and I know that works. Now here's the problem with that. Now watch this. Watch this. He decided to block. He decided to block. He knew I was gonna wake up DP. He knew I was gonna wake up DP. He felt like I wanted to get out of that pressure. So I woke up DP. He blocked. And that means now I enter a different state now. Now that I'm the one, now I'm gonna swap characters real quick. Watch this. I'll be TJ, he'll be Jago. Remember what counter hits were? Counter hits were when I interrupted an opponent, or an opponent interrupted me when I was pressing buttons or doing a move and it got hit before it came out. It got hit. You understand? Now, watch what happens when someone messes up a reversal or a DP. Oh shit, my bad. What the fuck? My DP's being weird. I don't know what's going on. It's being weird. My triggers are fucking garbage. God, I hate this. This game's control, like this controller's D-pad and or RB and trigger are weird. It's like a third-party controller I got. Anyway, I don't like it. But anyway, so now, see he's doing his DP. Let's pretend for a second. Actually, let's not pretend. I'm gonna walk up to him. I counter hit him, but that's called a punish. I hit his I hit him on the recovery of his move. So remember how I said moves have a startup? Well, they also have a recovery. So what that means is the opponent that does the move, every move in the game has recovery, depending on what the move is. It's either really high or really low. A move like let me show you. A move like jab has very little recovery. You see how fast I recover from it? See, look, I'm gonna hold crouch as I jab, right after I jab. You see how I'm crouching right away? Very little. Now watch when I do a move of higher recovery. See how much longer it takes for me to get back to crouching state? This move has more recovery. You see what I'm saying? Jabs come out faster and have less recovery. Heavies come out slower and have more recovery. DPs, the uppercut that Jago does, has an insane amount of recovery, more than even this. So it gives me ample time to counter hit punish him for trying to reversal me or DP me. If I bait out the DP, if I know he's gonna do it, and I fish for it, and I get him to do it, and I block it, now I can do my combo on him. I have all the time in the world to do it. It's guaranteed damage, pretty much. That's what the balance is behind a reversal like a DP, a move like a DP. Because the DP is really fast and strong, and it's invincible. But the downside is that if your opponent blocks it, they're pretty much susceptible to a complete combo that hurts like a motherfucker. A long punish. A punish is basically a counter hit after the moves, after the move is blocked or misses. It's just punishing. It makes sense in the terminology if you think about it. When you get punished, it's because you did something wrong. And if I block your DP or bait your DP and make you whiff it, make you like miss it, then that's you getting punished. Do you see what I'm saying? And a lot of moves that are very strong have that in fighting games. KI is kind of unique because there are some moves that are strong and don't have a lot of recovery. There are exceptions, but not many. But there are. They do exist. And there are ways to escape punishment too. I'll show you an example of one. Let's just pretend that he blocks this, okay? Let's just pretend. If he blocked it, I could pop instinct as soon as he blocks it and cancel out the recovery of the DP. Instead of having him just like fly in the air and land all the way to the ground, I don't have to do all that. You see what I'm saying? I can make it to where I could escape the punish window and the recovery by canceling it into instinct. Do you see what I'm saying? And that goes for everyone. That goes for every character in the game. Every character has these rules. Sure, they could bend the rules sometimes. And there are like the unique properties per character, like unique combo traits or skills or follow-ups. But essentially, when you come down to it, they have to follow the rules. There are rules in place. So let's reiterate. Counter hits are attacks that interrupt an opponent's offense, usually because it comes out quicker, or the opponent is pressing buttons on wake up and you're timing your pressure perfectly, or you put them in like a situation where they feel so pressured that they want to hit a button because they want to get out of like the pressure you're putting them under, and your move is like airtight with the recovery of your attacks and the follow-up. So that's called a counter hit setup. And then a punish is genuinely a counter hit that comes after the move's active frames or their startup. Usually it happens after blocks or or when someone whiffs an attack. You know what whiffing means? Like, you know, like in tennis, when they whiff the the racket with the ball and they miss, that's what a whiff is. Same thing applies to like a fighting game. If someone hits a button and they miss completely where your opponent doesn't even block it or even get hit by it, I can take advantage of that situation and attack them as they're recovering from that attack. That's called a whiff punish. You understand? Because you're punishing their whiff. A punishment is a counter to an opponent's whiff. A block punish is when you block something and then you punish it. You understand? Same thing applies to every character in the game. And that's pretty much that. Unless you have another question if you have another question, let me know. I don't care. Tell me now. I'll figure out a way to explain it. I'll make this a video too, so I could put it on YouTube. I'll cut this part out and put it on there. You can watch it again if you want to like have it in the background while you practice in the training mode. That's the basics though. Like there are more intricacies. And like I said, you can instinct cancel, and there's other ways to like make it like, you know, safe and not like punishable. When I say the word safe, I mean like you're making something not punishable, making it safe. Just kind of use context clues for that one. You know what I'm saying? All right, then no problem. All right, where's that invite?